Hello everyone, very good evening. So myself Shivateja, faculty for anthropology. So we all know that with respect to tribal anthropology, generally we tend to face certain issues. Basically, those issues pertain to first thing is updated information. Generally, you look at any books that are available in the market tend to cater the information which is of past 4 to 5 years and which is not updated. And second thing is that we don't find the latest examples of the tribes which are currently in use and which are relevant to our syllabus. So, in order to address this issue, I have come up with tribal value addition material like I do every year. So, this year for mains 2025. And if you are preparing for 2026, the information is equally relevant. So, you can use it, and if you are new to my channel, you can go and subscribe to the Telegram channel where all these PDFs are posted. And here I'm going to tell you how to utilize this information, especially. So let's look at the PDF. So if you see here, you can see that first part is covering the constitutional safeguards and the governance structures. If you see the constitutional safeguards, first thing, what is scheduled tribe and under what article or under which article the scheduled tribe is mentioned, and what are the recently included scheduled tribes. If you see, there was a Jammu and Kashmir Act because of which you will be noticing some of the scheduled tribes included. And if you see Pahari or Gadda Brahmins, so some people from what do you call Jammu and Kashmir are included into the scheduled tribes list. And you should also be aware that this inclusion into the scheduled tribes is a political process, and there has been demands. If you see Kuki Miti conflict, why did it arise? It is because of this requirement of inclusion and the demand for inclusion of the people into scheduled tribes. The Metis people want them to be included, and the Kuki Nagas wants to oppose them. So this has led to conflict between Metis and Kukis, and that led to the conflict. So now you should be well aware that who were allowed and who were demanding, and how these identities are leading to the conflict. So these constitutional provisions become important. And if you look further under constitution, what all things do you have? You have fifth schedule and sixth schedule areas. So now what are these? Which are the states that are included? You know it. But now, what are the programs or policies that government has brought to overcome these challenges or to enhance the features of fifth schedule and sixth schedule? So these things we should be well aware. And when you write an answer, you have to include them. Many a times, there are two ways to score in tribal anthropology. First is to present yourself with a lively content. So what is happening around, and second, give a theoretical connection to what you're writing. So try to keep it organic. For that reason, I have mentioned many of the things in a paragraph format, so that your content remains organic and it's connected. It should not be mechanical that you're dropping the points. So that's why for many of the areas I tend to keep it in a paragraph format, so that you understand the organic flow that has to be built into your answers. So in these two ways, you can utilize the content that is given. So first thing, that constitutional measures, constitutional things, and then coming to governance aspects. So you have Forest Rights Act, right? Forest Rights Act has been brought in to overcome the injustice that is done historically to the tribes by alienating themselves from the land. So this landlessness which was created in the past was tried to overcome through this act. However, it still faces the challenges. But now when you are writing an answer, they'll ask you critically evaluate. How are you going to do it? So in order to critically evaluate, you have to present both the sides. So first you have to show that this act has been brought in so and so year, and here these were the petitions filed, these were granted, and still these are remaining, and the challenges are faced from bureaucratic end, at the same time lack of awareness and lack of implementation, and the powers that are given to the forest authorities. So sometimes in the past, Supreme Court has also favored the forest authorities instead of the tribes in some time. So you should know this. Along with it, the data that is needed has been provided here. And if you see other legal structures that I have mentioned here, there is POXO Act, right? So prevention of sexual harassment, sorry, POSCO Act. So prevention of sexual harassment towards children. Okay. So that act tries to highlight that anybody who is below particular age, if they were brought, whether with consensus or without consensus, if they are sexually involved with each other, then in that case it is considered as child rape. Okay, so that is sexual harassment. But whereas in tribes, you notice there are child marriages, there are customs which practice that marriages should happen below particular age and at particular point of time. So they're not concerned about the main world. So in this case, you will be noticing the customary law is coming into contradiction with the state law. Now, in this conflicting situation, what should be the ideal scenario and what should be the ideal measures that have to be taken? So how this can be addressed? So some examples have been mentioned and some case studies have been mentioned. So you can use them, you can write in your answer. See, again, one more thing, it is PISA Act, which has come in the past. And I'm telling you, this year, I feel that the question would be related to women heads mostly, because if you look at the World Anthropological Congress, there they have extensively discussed the challenges faced by Indian women village heads. So in that case, it becomes important thing. So you can utilize this content in a manner to update your information and to make it analytical, at the same time improve your presentation to make it organic. So this will help you increase your score in your answers by 2 to 2.5 marks, and that's very much, if you see the overall number of scores that you notice, right? So 2.5 marks are not so easy. Every half mark matters in UPSC. So for that reason, I feel that this value addition material becomes very helpful in your journey, be it for the beginners or somebody who is giving mains now. So try to utilize it well. And if you have any doubts, I've given you my contact below. You can reach out to me and I'll try to address your queries as early as possible. Thank you.